Hello, welcome back everyone, this is Not Ever, and we are going to continue our campaign in Grigsby's War in the East. We are of course going to start looking today at Army Group North, and then we'll move on to other videos, look at the South and the Center. But for now, we'll just look at the North. Last turn we finished up, we made it to the river over here of course, the river, and we pushed up with our armies a little bit this way, trying to eventually head over that way to support the Panzers. And this way we pushed a little bit as well. Now, I've come to the conclusion that I made a bit of a tactical error last turn, sorry. And the problem was that, as you can see here, it looks like the Russian forces have gone ahead and created a kind of a little bubble here. I don't know what exactly to call that. A little defensive line there around the coast. And also up here, there's a couple of forces, a couple troops in a fortress area that have gone. Both of these locations here and here are actually ports. I was of the understanding that we had supremacy in the sea, and the Russians wouldn't be able to get out of this pocket if we created it along the side here, along this west coast. But as it turns out here, if we take a look here actually at the... Oh, never mind, it fixed itself. Oh. When I looked at it a minute ago, there was actually... It looked as though we didn't have the... there was still... What am I trying to say? It looked as though the sea was Russian controlled, that they were getting supplies through the sea, but maybe it's not the way. Maybe it's not that way at all. Maybe, in fact, they are cut off at a supply. I'm going to probably do a reconnaissance anyways here. Before we get into that, what I'm going to try and do here is take these guys in this dark purple. The 18th Army will push up this way, and they'll try and push them off this port. I don't think we're going to get up to this port. We might be able to take this infantry motorized here, the Totenkopf SS division, and try and attack that port from this way. Otherwise, though, we're going to spend this turn moving up this army over here. I think that's the 6th Army towards this river, and the Panzers, which I actually checked, they have all these Panzers over here. They have all full fuel, so they should be able to push fairly far towards Pskov, which is over this way. That's basically what we're going to do this turn in the north, so let's go ahead and get started on this one. And of course, before we even do that, as I said before, we wanted to test here to see if they have supplies. So if we can get a look here at these units, maybe we can find out what they have. Doesn't really tell us much, actually. I was hoping for a little bit more information. Only says that, you know, it's a tank division, a fortified, and a rifle. I don't know if we're going to be able to push them off, but I wish we'd taken a little bit more time to attack these positions here along the line here, and push these guys further and further into the north there, so that we could be closer to the harbors this turn. So we're going to route that guy. It looks like, because they're routing, it looks like they are in fact in supply, and we don't have to worry so much, or sorry, we do have to worry about them being able to escape out of this pocket. So that was kind of a waste of a tactical error on my part, but you know, you live and you learn, and hopefully in the future we won't make that mistake again. So let's do our best here to push up now. We'll try and get these guys out of position, and we'll hopefully, if we can, move up the coast here, along the coast. If we can move up this way with most of our army and try and take that port away from them, that would be great. But it's going to be, we don't have a lot of movement here for these guys. I mean, they have good supply and everything. It's just, you know, we have to, this terrain here, these light woods, as they are, all along this coast, is not exactly perfect for us. So we'll try and push this guy away again. It's going to be a lot of hasty attacks, I think, trying to get our guys up here, and trying to get them out of position. That infantry division out of movement here. Actually, move in a little bit here so we can see. Did I get rid of the, oh my god, what did I do? I get rid of all the movement and stuff on the thing. I don't know how to get it back. Hold on, this is very important. I need to be able to see that because I am a noob. I need to be able to see the, I think it's under preferences or game options. Ah, here it is. Units display. We need the numeral, I think is what I want. I think numeral is it. And CV move. Perfect. Is that it? Ah, there we go. Excellent. Okay, got it all back. So that information for me is very important anyways. Being able to see how much movement they have left and how much attack combat value they have at a glance is very helpful. So we'll just try and route a couple more units here. The main goal here is going to be trying to take this port away, of course. I don't think we're going to have enough movement, though, to get it, though. That's not quite enough. He's got 2 movement to get up there. Oh, damn. Not enough. Too little, too late, it looks. I don't think we're going to be able to get these... we'll start off actually with this guy. We'll try and put him up here. We'll attack if we can. We'll capture this HQ, or we'll force it away. We didn't get any supplies from that, though. Let's go ahead here, and we'll try and dislodge them from this place right here. What is it going to be, though? Let's do a little recon actually on that one. We'll reconnaissance that and see what we're looking at here in terms of combat value and such. Doesn't really give us a good indication. We'll do one more, and looks like they have a fortified region only, and then of course a border regiment, which is like a security thing. So we'll go ahead, we'll try a deliberate attack, and we'll hopefully be able to dislodge them from that one. And indeed we do, forcing them to retreat and to surrender. So these guys are able to cut off this port here, but we can't quite move into it. Oh, that's too bad. Too bad. But at least, you know, they don't have it. They can't extricate themselves from the situation by way of this port. But unfortunately, we don't have enough movement to force them out of here. So even so, it looks like these guys are going to escape. We're going to lose this attack here. These guys will, of course, be able to withdraw. All these forces in this pocket that we tried to create, they'll be able to pull out and move up north towards Lenin, which, if we take a look at the map here, is this one way up here. They'll be able to move up that way, I think, or probably even, you know, more towards Leningrad, and be able to support Leningrad when we eventually get to it and we have to try and take it ourselves. So we might as well just keep moving this army group up here, this 18th army, and do as much damage as we can. Maybe we can force them to take a couple more losses if necessary. They're actually going to hold that attack off. So the 58th Infantry Division stalled pretty hard against the, I don't know what that was exactly, the 2nd Tank Division. Okay, good to know. Good to know. These guys will move this HQ all the way up here. Try and keep everyone in proper command range. And then the airbase, we can actually, we have enough movement to draw one more attack. We could do one more, actually we could do one more attack, I guess. So maybe we'll try, and we'll actually try and go ahead and do a bombing mission here on these guys. Try and hurt them a little bit, causing a couple casualties. We'll hit them with one more here. So hopefully that'll weaken them up a little bit. I don't know if it's going to be enough, but we'll try another hasty attack here, and they're going to hold again. So even though the casualties were fairly close together, we each lost about 200 men, but we still couldn't dislodge them from that location. It's a clear hex too. Not like they're on a, you know, mountainous terrain or rough terrain or anything like that. Just couldn't quite bring ourselves to do it. So this kind of this northern flank fell apart there a little bit on me. Not exactly the way I wanted it to go, but it could have been a lot worse too, I suppose. We could have not made it to the river there on the first turn, which was our goal. And we'll move all the way up here if we can. Actually, let's try and take this man if we can. He doesn't have quite enough movement to get into Riga. So maybe what we'll do is we'll move across the river here. Actually take Riga itself with our infantry motorized. This, of course, being the... what is that? The 4th Panzer Group, I believe, that's moving up now. And then this one here as well. We'll try and get across the river. Try and get right over here. We have plenty of movement in our panzers. Of course, going back to the actual fuel count, I think all of our units have a fairly good fuel. This one, or sorry, good supplies and good fuel. This one has 81% fuel of what it needs and 154% supplies. So the supply lines have not been stretched at all very far yet. Well, of course, as we move further north, we'll become more and more stretched. But for right now, we're doing okay. Not too pressed for supplies or anything like that. I've also was considering what to do with this little pocket right here. These guys, I kind of expected them to retreat, honestly, this turn, move back that way. But it looks like they've stayed there, so I might move the flank of this, what army is this? This is the 6th Army, I believe? 16th Army, sorry. Move them perhaps along the flank here on the right flank towards the river. So I'll try and sweep up this way and maybe push through these guys if we can, just to make sure we don't have anyone behind our lines to come and try and cut across here on following turns. So we'll go ahead and do that. Early on in the game, line's a bit of a mess, but it'll sort itself out before too long. And this one here, we'll go ahead and we'll drop a little bombardment on these guys as well. Actually, do we have any airfields left we can hit that are within a range? This airfield over here might be able to cause a couple casualties too, and a couple up here as well. I'm not really doing many in the way of casualties anymore, but you know, every little bit counts, I guess. So let's try now. We'll hit this unit here if we can, and we're not able to do very much in the way of bombing missions there, only killing 20 men. And this, of course, is going to rout them, actually, so that actually might have helped. Hard to say exactly. 1,300 men, though, lost in that engagement. That's pretty good for us. And we'll just try and keep moving these guys here. And, of course, those lime green guys are the, what is that, the 3rd Panzer Group, I believe? The 3rd Panzer Group, so we're trying to kind of keep, maybe we'll call as, like, the river here. The Neris we'll try and call the boundary, so this is center, and above it is Army Group North. It'll be hard to say exactly as the river kind of turns this way into another river. But if we can, like, you know, leave those cities there for Army Group Center, then maybe we'll be fine. Maybe we won't have to worry about overlapping our forces too much. Now this these corps here, or these divisions, sorry, we want to move up a little bit too. I think we'll probably push this one up and around, kind of get a flank on that almost, and these guys will move. Yeah, you know what? I'll move these guys up. These are part of this Panzer Corps, the 56 Panzer Corps. So we'll move these guys up here, try and keep them within range, rough range, anyways, of the actual Panzer Corps, the HQ itself. And this guy will kind of leg back actually a little bit. Just maybe he'll attack this guy. Oh, he's gonna hold that attack off actually. Fairly even casualties there as well. Maybe if we were to go ahead, and he doesn't have any movement left actually. No movement left, so what can you do? All right, let's we'll move this. I guess we'll just keep moving up here. Try and trap these guys in this pocket, but it looks like they're going to be able to escape, like I said before. Not much I can do about that, unfortunately. Maybe no, we can move both those guys there. Oh, we can actually. So we'll move him there, and we will try and push this tank back here a little bit as well. We're going to route the tank division and force the motorized back, and then of course we'll move the tank up there. Now this guy's actually going to be cut off if he can't cut back into the coast here, so we might be able to capture a couple of these guys still. Unfortunately, though, I don't have enough movement to cut off this little pocket here. Not that there's really many in here, only 2 hexes of troops there, but you know, every bit counts, I guess, right? You want to try and capture as many forces as possible. So let's go ahead. We'll move up now. We'll put actually put you right there in the thick of things, and we'll bring you all the way around here, up to the river even. Up to the river, I guess. And these guys will probably be enough to push back these forces here in the future. Next turn, I wouldn't be surprised if these infantry divisions actually retreated up into the north towards Leningrad, or towards Pskov more accurately. And there we go. Routed a couple of them. So let's look here now at the panzers we have options to use. There's a couple things. I would like to capture maybe an airfield, a couple airfields if we can. Even these HQs will move out of the way as well, these HQs over here. But it looks like the bulk of their forces are kind of concentrated along this river. So what we could probably do is flank up north around that way maybe, and then try and attack Pskov that way, and let our infantry on the next couple turns kind of come and try and roll them up this way. The only problem with that is the infantry is going to be moving so slow, and they're going to have to deal with forces that are still down that way. So they might not get over here for a little while, which might be kind of dangerous to our forces if these forces here in the Soviets were to counterattack this way and threaten to cut off our armor head over here. But still, I think this is the best option, is to kind of for our armor to attack across this way. It doesn't make, might as well capture these airfields while we have the opportunity. Not even capture them, sorry, capture the supplies in the airfields and force the airfields farther back from the front lines. But there's no real point to attacking directly across the river here to try and dislodge those guys when they'll probably retreat over time anyways. So let's go and start moving these guys up here. We'll begin with our motorized divisions. We'll run them right past some of these. Oh, if we can. Right past. Oh, we can't quite hit that headquarters. That's fine. We'll still move up here. We'll capture this, some fuel there for this guys. Now, they have 48% fuel there, you'll see, so you have to be careful with how much movement they have. They don't have a lot of movement left, actually, at all. This Panzer Corps, though, has 84%. They've got 34 movement points left, so they can go a little bit further. Might even go and try, if we can, try and capture this airfield over here and give some more fuel to these guys if we can. So let's try that. Gonna get 3 tons of fuel, so that's good. So, I mean, they're still low on fuel, but, you know, they have a little bit more. And we'll push this airfield back here as well. And finally then, cleared ourselves a little bit of a path. Tempted to leave this, what am I trying to say? This Panzer Corps, this Panzer Division, sorry, in Riga, but I think he'd be better served moving up the flanks here towards Pskov. We could also try and push him towards Tallinn, but he would be very exposed out there all on his own. Maybe what we'll do here is move. Yeah, maybe we'll move right here, and we'll just support this infantry, or this motorized infantry, with a couple attacks here on this infantry division, force him back a little bit, and maybe try and dislodge this HQ. Oh, we don't have enough movement. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's go ahead and move this guy up here. Put him right on the infantry. So no one is technically in Riga right now. No one is defending the city, but there's no one really that is a part of the Soviet Union that can come in and counterattack the city. So don't really have to worry about giving that back to them. Let's see, we have tons of movement here left as well. Let's push these guys up. We'll try and capture these 2 airfields over here if we can. We'll just go quickly, take us some supply and some fuel. And then, of course, this airfield as well will push back, and we'll get a crossing there on that river. Now, these guys we will also move. We're fairly close to Pskov. I mean, it looks like, you know, if we were to perhaps move up here and kind of defend the flanks so we don't get routed, or we don't get, you know, we don't get, like we were talking about earlier, we don't get counterattacked from this direction. It might be worthwhile to move these panzers over here and kind of just form a blocking line there so we can't get counterattacked. Let's put our panzer right along the river then, I think. I think that is the best plan. Is it the best plan though? Yeah, probably. We'll put, you know what, we'll even we have enough movement and stuff. We'll even move them across the river, and we'll just kind of put them here to you know, create a blocking line to create trouble for anyone who tries to cross behind us there and cut off our line of advance. And then this infantry will have to leave down there. And I think that is more or less the how it's going to look for our units here at the beginning. This is 38 Corps only has 1 infantry division underneath it in its complement, so that's weird. We might go ahead and actually assign the 269th infantry division to that proper one. What was it called? It was the 38th, I believe. The units, it has 2 units in it. Is that correct? All right, let's try that. Let's go ahead and assign it in here. And of course, admin points are something I didn't discuss either. Great. So we reassigned that to the to this headquarters here, which is the 38th Corps. So it's under that. Admin points you can see here. These are important later on. Not so much early on in the game, but I believe admin points are what you need to build like fortifications. They're also important for reassigning units to rebalance your armies and such after, you know, a long period of attacking, when you have to form a defensive line and maybe you want to reassign divisions to new units or even reassign corps to new units. Admin points become very crucial. And I think you can also use admin points to I think they're also necessary to move air forces. I'm not 100% sure though. I can't remember. I might have to play a scenario on my own time to kind of refresh my exact understanding of admin points. But yeah, I think that's going to be... Sorry, I know that was likely very unpleasant to watch there. I think I moved in the wrong direction, but I think that's everyone so far. Actually, we have no more movement left except for this guy down here, actually. We'll go ahead and we'll bring him up to the river, I guess, if we can. Where's the headquarters for this unit? Is it over here? No. There's only 2 of them in this other area, right there. So let's go ahead and pardon me. Let's go ahead and we'll bring this guy up right here. Bring him up towards well, actually we'll bring him down this way so that we can use them to roll up that line like we were talking about. This this defensive line over here, we'll try and bring our infantry this way. So we'll try and get them all in the right place. So let's bring that infantry over that way. And then, of course, we have to move our headquarters right over there. This guy is a bit out of position, but we'll move him back into place before too long, and everything will be fine. So that's going to tidy up the Army Group North for the first video for Turn 2. And I'll be back hopefully very soon with videos from Turn 2 for the Army Group Center and Army Group South. Lost my train of thought there. But thanks everyone for watching, and hopefully we'll be back very soon. Have a good day.